Charles Pieper, and you may know me through real life, school, the internet, or through your own innate psychic abilities. Now, I recently came into possession of two very innately different things. Number one, a flip camera thing, as represented in this flip box, which is now recording. And number two would be the turn-of-the-century great novel, The Claverings, by the wonderful author Anthony Trollope. Now I thought, what better way to merge turn of the last century with turn of this than to create well, you can call it an internet vlog, a Claverings vlog, if you will, in which I read to you certain parts of this wonderfully pungent old book. So, let us begin at the beginning. The Claverings. First thing you get is this wonderful picture of two men in wonderful fine jackets smoking, and one says to the other, "Why are you a messenger from Lady Ongar?" Well, I don't know. We'll have to read it to find out. I won't read the whole thing, but perhaps just bits at a time. Reading the whole thing in one sitting would be madness. Well, let's see. Let's just read a bit of Chapter 1. Chapter 1, subtitled, Julia Brabazon. 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 No one says it once. That was for comedy. Here we go. The gardens of Clavering Park were removed some 300 yards from the large, square, somber-looking stone mansion which was the country house of Sir Hugh Clavering of the Claverings. The 11th baronet of that name, and in these gardens which had but little of beauty to recommend them, very personal, I will introduce my readers, or viewers, to two of the personages with whom I wish to make them acquainted in the following story. Very, very meta for turn of last century. It was now the end of August, and the parterres, beds, and bits of lawn were dry, disfigured, and almost ugly. Almost. From the effects of a long drought. In gardens to which care and labor are given abundantly, flower beds will be pretty and grass will be green, let the weather be what it may, but care and labor were but scantily bestowed upon the Clavering gardens, and everything was yellow, adust, harsh, and dry. Over the burnt turf, towards a gate that led to the house, a lady was walking, and by her side there walked a gentleman. "You are going in then, Miss Brabazon," said the gentleman, and it was very manifest from his tone that he intended to convey some deep reproach in his words. You are going in then, Miss Brabazon, would be more what it sounded like. "Oh, of course I am going in," said the lady. "You asked me to walk with you, and I refused. You have now waylaid me, and therefore I shall escape, unless I am prevented by violence." Is this supposed to be humorous in the turn of the last century? I don't know. As she spoke, she stood still for a moment and looked into his face with a smile which seemed to indicate that if such violence were used within rational bounds, she would not feel herself driven to great anger. And so begins the classic novel, The Claverings. Was this interesting? Was this funny? If so, do respond, and maybe I'll read to you a little bit more from Anthony Trollope's The Claverings.